Troublesome times are here, feeling in hearts with fear. Freedom we all hold dear, now is at stake. Humble your hearts to God, save from the chastening rod. Seek the way pilgrims trod, Christians away. My Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon. Many will meet their doom, trumpets will sound.
Thanks for sharing your time with us today. We're going to have a great program because we've got two ladies with us and they've got a dream and they've got a vision, and it's their first time to be here. And it's Catherine Harrison. Did I get that right, Catherine?
Yes, you did.
We've met before.
Yes.
We're not strangers.
Not at all.
And Linda Jones. Linda,
Yes, sir.
glad to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
Did I get it straight?
Yes, sir.
Y'all have a dream, and the dream is the Compassion Center.
The
Nashville. Neighborhood.
Yes.
Neighborhood's important.
Absolutely.
Who came up with the idea of Neighborhood Compassion Center?
I would have to say I did.
You did that.
It's all about community.
All about community.
Yes.
You believe in community.
I sure do.
And you believe in the urban community. That's inner city folks. I'm talking inner city community here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You grew up in Nashville.
Yes, I did.
Like Nashville.
I love Nashville.
Planning on moving next week.
No, not at all.
And so what do you do for a living?
Actually, I'm running the Neighborhood Compassion Center at this point. I'm the executive director of the Neighborhood
So you're already in business.
Yes, I am.
You have a lot of compassion, already doing compassion.
Already doing it.
Okay. Now, if I ask you a question you don't feel comfortable answering, say I don't want to answer that, okay? Because I'll have to ask you anything.
Okay.
Linda, you're an attorney.
I am.
You going to sue me if I ask the wrong question?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. How long have you been an attorney?
22 years next month.
Is it politically correct for me to ask a lady how long she's been anything?
I guess so.
Yes,
It doesn't
sir.
bother me.
It doesn't bother you. You've been at 22 years?
Yes, sir.
You like law.
I do.
And you've been involved with inner city.
I have.
You was
Yeah.
table host our Conquerors Luncheon. Helped me
Yes.
raise a lot of money.
Yes, sir.
See, I just like that, folks. These are good folks. I'm telling you, these are good folks. And you are a mentor to one of our special girls.
Yes, a young girl who's still in high school, and I would love to see her finish college and go on to law school someday.
She's got it. She said she wanted to. I noticed Larry interviewed her at the Conquerors Luncheon. You folks wasn't there, but you're going to have to tolerate this. This was great. Larry asked this young lady, and she's beautiful. And, I mean, she has got the gift of gab. She can talk, and she's a great leader, and has been one of our bus captains for a long, long time. Her name is Jamisha. I'm talking about Jamisha on television, and Jamisha, don't you get mad at me. And Larry asked her, what are you going to study? And she wanted to say criminal law. And she said, study a criminal. Don't be a criminal. And I loved it. She's got a great personality.
Yes,
Going to graduate from school early, we think.
I think so.
And you are her mentor. And what is it they call it when they come to your office? And she's already been to your office once, hasn't she?
Yeah, she shadowed me for a day and went with me to court and saw the court system, and I explained how cases work and procedure, and she really seemed to enjoy it. She has a passion for justice like I do.
She does.
Yes.
She does. And she has a passion like so many people, she wants to help people. She wants people to be, and the reason she's wanting to go into law is she wants to really help people.
Yes.
And that's her motivation for it. And that should be the motivation. Now, you haven't always been in the Compassion Center. This is a new venture for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
How long have you been in business as a Compassion Center?
Actually, about 9 months now. We received our charter in December of last year. And we received our 501c3 status in the spring of this year.
Boy, that's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Need a lawyer for something like that.
We've been building the infrastructure, and we definitely need a lawyer.
I got one of those things way back when. And it's probably one of the smartest things I ever did. When I started the inner city ministry, way back when, it was in Atlanta. The office that approved it was in Atlanta. And I spent so much time, I could just call and say, I want to speak to Ralph, and they'd put me through to Ralph, and Ralph would say, now, what do you need now, Layla? And he helped walk me through that thing. I don't know how many phone calls I made, but they were good to me. They worked with me and helped me get it all filled out properly and got us a 5031 status, which is important, and particularly when you're going into the fundraising stuff. Mm-hmm. And but congratulations on getting that. That's a valuable document.
Yes, it is.
It is. Why Compassion Center? Tell me. It's a great name, but it's going to mean different things to different folks. What does it mean to you, Catherine?
Compassion to me means that I'm trying to put myself in your place. I'm trying to understand where as young people would say, where you're coming from, understand your situation in life, and then try and apply the necessary tools that we have, the necessary services that we have to your situation, not try to look at it from my own eyes, but from your eyes.
And you're the same way, Linda?
Absolutely. And what I found is that people don't need criticism or judgment or punishment. They need love, and they need unconditional acceptance, because a lot of people are lacking love. They're very deeply wounded. I'm in the courts every day, and I see nothing but wounded people sitting there. And they've been wounded back in their childhoods, and they grow up in dysfunction, become adults that enter the criminal justice system, and they just haven't had enough love and help and assistance and support.
Love is the key to it. And parents, as you're watching this program, I want to challenge you to look at your life and look at your family and just see if love is the top priority in your family. We get so caught up in trying to buy things or keep up with, excuse the Joneses, keep up with the people next door. We lose, try to survive, we lose focus sometimes. And love, you listen to people talk. You listen to rich people talk, you listen to poor people talk, you listen to happy people talk, and they'll all tell you, I grew up in love. That is the concept, the common denominator that flies across all groups. And love is the answer. I think you nailed it. I think one of the big things, boy, I'm going to say this, and it's going to offend some people, and it's going to hurt some feelings, because you're not going to stay with me, and you're not going to listen to what I'm saying, or you help me communicate this clear, Linda. I think preachers are a lot at fault of that. They have misrepresented the Lord. God is love.
Yes.
And in trying to get across ability to set boundaries, to encourage people to set boundaries, they've taken the grace of God and tried to make it law again, and presented God, because I thought for a long, long time, and I grew up in a whole family of preachers, but I thought God was just sitting in heaven and just couldn't wait to catch me so he could send me to hell. And that's the way I projected who God was, you know. And so I was running, ducking, hiding, because I wasn't going to do right, you know. I just didn't want to get caught doing wrong. And but that's perception I had created, and it may have been my own, you know, inability to think very wisely. But God is not trying to catch us in trouble. He knows we're in trouble. He's trying to get us out. He's on our side. Yes. And I think you nailed it. Love is it. And it goes back to what Catherine said, putting yourself and not judging other people.
Yes. And our 5 core values, the very first one is love.
What are the 5? Give those. Can you rattle them off?
I certainly can.
I shouldn't say rattle. I should say, can you share those with us? Isn't that right?
I'll be happy to share them. Love, kindness, respect, faith, and responsibility.
I'm kindness.
Love, kindness, respect.
Respect.
Faith.
Y'all writing these down at home? Gonna put this on the refrigerator.
Respect, faith, and responsibility.
Respect, faith, thank you, and responsibility.
Absolutely. That's
Boy,
it.
everybody wants to get it through. The love and the kindness. Respect is sort of iffy. Faith, I ain't got time for that. And what was the last one?
Responsibility.
And boy, you just really turned some people off there. Responsibility is the opposite of selfishness to some degree.
Yes. And we picked love, kindness, and respect because after talking with people in the community, especially some of the people who would probably utilize our services, they have indicated to me that all of their lives they've lacked these things. And we want to make sure that when you step into our doors, you feel especially love, kindness, and that you're being respected.
And it is going to be very difficult to assemble a staff. And Catherine, I want you to be on this. I want you to stay on top of this. Please stay on top of this, because I've got to do the same thing. When a person walks in, the staff must project all of these
Absolutely.
values. And if when you see people being kind to people, you want to be at that place.
Absolutely.
And I've been in courtrooms kinder than in some of Metro's offices. When you go to a Metro office to get help,
Yes.
and they talk to me like they knew who I was. You know, they talk to me like I'm dumber than a worm. Well, I am, but that wasn't the way to talk to me when I walked in. You know, I may be the ugliest person entering in the room, but I need a little kindness. I need a little
Absolutely.
compassion. What did you do before you got into this?
I've worked
You
in,
told me one time.
yes, I've worked in corporations for over 30 years in human resources management.
So you're aware of dysfunctional employees who bring to work a private agenda
Absolutely.
because home's not right.
Yes, I've worked
Get
in,
home right, the rest of it to get right.
yes, I've managed employee relations in a number of those different companies, and that includes investigating cases where such behavior has occurred.
Are you a lawyer?
No, I'm not.
She's got her wording down, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she got that from corporate America, didn't you?
She knows her stuff.
Yeah, see, that's good, that's good. Now, what's your role in this? Are you the CEO or the president?
No,
or
I'm the executive director of the Neighborhood Compassion Center.
Are you some kind of official here?
I'm the president.
You're the president? You run the show?
Well,
legally?
the whole team does.
Whole
We
team.
have a
See, that's
phenomenal
good.
board.
I love
Yes,
it.
we
You have a good board also?
We have a
Yes.
good board.
I bet my board better than your board. You know, one of the things, and Catherine, you'll experience this, and you probably are, we may have talked about this. We know each other, so it's home cooking here. A lot of 501c3 boards are just sort of like moss on the side of a tree, just hangs there. Don't know what the
Yes.
purpose of it is, but just hanging there. I'm sure it's something, but I don't know what it is. But I have a great board, and you have a good board.
Yes.
And if we can get more 501c3s to get active board members
Yes.
that are good, America cannot function without what I would call the benevolent or without Compassion Center. America needs this. Mayor Dean said when he was on the, I hope I'm quoting him close to right, on this program, he said there's so many things that government can't do. Churches, nonprofits can do.
Yes.
And we need to encourage people to get engaged, get involved, and
Yes.
work in that area to take care of their communities. Because Nashville's a good community.
Yes, it is.
Growing up in Nashville, what have you've told me that you saw people that was hurting, they need love in their life. You say you need people love in your life. If you could be in the perfect world, this is not a fair question, but it's a good question, but it's not a fair question. In a perfect world, if you could snap your finger, I know what my answer is. What would your answer be for Nashville, Tennessee? In a perfect world, what would it be? If you could just snap your finger and make it happen, what would it be?
I would say great communities, and I define great communities as individuals in that community receive the help and the hope that they need in order for them to be functioning citizens of that community.
And be able to depend on that community.
Absolutely. To
And
help
trust
them.
that community.
Yes, and we have all the services that we need, and there's not a lot of red tape in order to be able to assist and help people.
It is. We were talking before we came on camera about, you know, a lot of people want to go out and help people. It's not easy because, I mean, you can do it on a small scale.
Yes.
And you know, I'm a big fan of that. And I think when I met with y'all and y'all were asking me about it,
Yes.
and I said, don't get too big too quick.
You told me that, and I
Yeah.
remember it.
Because you can go out and do a lot yourself. And a small group can go out and do a lot. But when you start trying to reach the masses, you start to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Red tape, red tape, red tape. You get into the laws, and you get into the permits, and you get into this, and you get into that, and all the codes. And it just really, you spend a fortune. All you want to do is just help some people. And so, but it goes back to families in my world, my perfect. What would you be your perfect world?
We get rid of all the lines that we create and the boxes that we put people in and the compartmentalization that we do. Because it doesn't matter if you're a janitor or a doctor or black or white, we're all brothers and sisters and we're all one. And we keep forgetting that.
And we're all kin to each other.
Absolutely.
Why do we keep forgetting that? Is it selfishness?
I think there's some ego involved. People try to position themselves. People are trying to make their place in the world. And I think a lot of it's ego rather than looking at a God focus, looking at an ego focus.
I see people do it all the time. Selfishness is my killer. I see people for selfish motives just step on other people. You know, one of the things, I think I was interviewing one of the commanders in the Metro Police. And I said, what if you could snap your finger? And his was take drugs away out of the Nashville community. No drugs. And he said, this is going to be tough. Take away the abuse, illegal drugs, but the abuse of prescription drugs also. Take those away too.
Oh, it's through the roof, yeah.
And man, I said, hello, hello, hello. It is, he rattled off how many crimes, percentage of crimes are related to drugs, one way or the other. And I should be able to remember it, but you know, I can't remember that slow. But it was astounding to me as to what a serious, how much this is robbing people of life. And people, and the programs like the Compassion Center, you can sit down with small children and even with adults and start getting them to focus on love.
Yes.
You're going to make a difference.
Oh, absolutely.
What would be the perfect day for you, Catherine, once you get, you got a piece of property now. You're going to
Yes.
grow,
Yes, we do. At 1225 Lishi Avenue,
which is right in the middle of,
right in the middle of the 5th
Community.
District. Yes.
I
in the
was looking for the
community.
word, community,
Yes.
right? It's a community that needs to be served.
Yes.
Good people,
Good people.
just need a little compassion every now and
Little
then.
support, little help, little guidance.
Now, what are you going to do on that piece of property? You're going to put your building there. It's just a vacant lot right now.
Yes, it
and
is.
you've cut the grass, so codes don't go over there. She's keeping the grass cut. I got one of those letters the other day. You got to cut grass. Go back and look. I've already cut the grass. Here we go again. Round and round and round. Okay. They were nice to me. What about, what are you going to build?
We're going to put a center there. And inside of our center, we're going to offer programs to the community
And
and
the-
services.
And the center is going to look like a home and have the feel of a home, like a bungalow, so that people want to come there
bungalow?
and stay there. Yes, because you feel safe when you're in a bungalow.
I don't know what a bungalow is. I'm sorry, folks. I was telling my wife the other day when I was a kid, I grew up in the farm on Giles County, and grew up in a 3-room house. A lot of love. Didn't know I was poor. I thought we was rich. And I had a normal Rockwell childhood. You couldn't have a better childhood than I had. And so me and my little friend was out playing one day, and we got one of those little hollows back up there on that farm. We said, I want to build a cabin. And I told my wife, I said, I didn't know I already lived in a cabin. I grew up in a cabin. So a bungalow, but it's going to have a, that's supposed to mean something that makes people feel welcome.
It's cozy, safe. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm anxious to see that. Have you got the plans of it yet?
Yes, we do.
I want to see that thing. And
Be glad to share it.
And we have some great corporate partners too who are partnering with us. We're actually building this on the same model that Casa Azafran is built upon, where we're providing the building and we're having other agencies partner and come in and bring services to our building.
that's this place out here on Knowles Road.
Yes,
How you, I drive by it, not, you know, I have reading problems. How you pronounce that?
Casa Azafran.
Casa Azafran. They're having success with that, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Yes. Very good
absolutely.
organization.
Yeah.
That is great. And so you're going to have a building, and you're going to get partners to come in and work with you in that.
Absolutely. So providing tutoring for kids after school, computer programming classes. We're also going to have a senior piece with 50 Forward because they service the senior community. Then we will have programming for single adults and parents who want to improve their job skills and job set, some job training and placement, and a medical clinic once a month, a legal clinic once a month. And I just talked to Commander Robert Nash last night, and he's interested in advising us also. And I know you know Commander Nash.
Oh, good man.
Yeah, he
good
is.
man.
Yeah.
All these commanders are good. Nashville has a good police force. They'll work with you. So if a person that's got a problem in their life, they can come, if they just need somebody to talk to, they can come and talk to you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You going to do suicide stuff?
Yes. Yes, we have a mental health piece to help people. There's a lot of mental illness out there that still has stigma, and I think we still have a big mission in erasing that stigma. But we've talked with Mental Health of Middle Tennessee, which is a branch of Mental Health America, and they're interested in doing some instructional programming, and we have some family counselors interested in helping heal the, you know, the wounds of the family. So we've got a lot going on.
We're building your facility to where it's going to resemble a house. It's going to make the children feel like it's a safe place to come to. You're going to get a snack when you come.
Yes.
Is it going to have any sugar in it?
We're trying not to, but
Yeah,
maybe
No,
maybe
no
a-
sugar,
maybe
no
a
sugar.
little. She
Give
says
young
no
sugar.
sugar. President says no, no sugar.
Yeah, give them. Our children are hungry.
Yes, yes they are.
I tell our people, you know, we've got to crank it up at our 20 learning centers that we go to. They feed our children, and some of them feed them sort of snacks. And I said, you know, we need to get these churches involved and start feeding these children meals. They need, the ones
Yes.
that feed meals, those children look forward to coming, and their attendance is real regular. Now, there are those that would be critical of that, you know, but you shouldn't be critical of that anytime you're doing good and helping people and feeding children. Because we have a lot of children that just go hungry. They stay hungry. And you wouldn't think that'd be the case in Nashville, Tennessee, but if you've got a parent that doesn't have wisdom, doesn't make much start with, got an addiction, children are hungry. And so I'm proud you're going to be doing that.
Part of our Landscaping is going to include a community garden as well once we get established on the lot. And we are trying to partner with Tennessee State University, the horticulturalist, can say that right, department there. And once we've done that, we will invite the community to come in and help us to sow seeds, and then of course to reap from that garden as well. And part of that will include a healthy cooking class that we're going to be offering as part of our health program.
You know what I've found our children will eat more than anything? Fruits and salads.
Yes.
I was shocked. You know, man, I'm going to take chips and Cokes, you know. I want to do some real living, you know. And when we serve, if we have fruits, they will go for the fruits, and they are big on salad.
Great.
They love healthy salads.
Great.
And that just really, that and the ability to, and you'll have this in your program, I think you're going to have it. I'm going to develop it. And we're going to work together a lot in our program.
Yes.
At least I hope to anyway.
Yes.
We're looking forward to it.
Our children have an ability in the arts.
Yes.
I was totally surprised. You know, a lot of things don't blow you away, but I've been totally surprised by our children, the ability to draw, and of course in singing, dancing, and things they do some real creative. I was expecting Larry, and he didn't do it. Then it's probably a good thing he didn't when he was interviewing Shayla at the Conquerors Luncheon. And her idol is Whitney Houston, and she can get out there. And I thought he might say, you know, about your singing and all this, and to give us a little Whitney, and she would have done it. And boy, she can go on out there, and she needs trained. Because she does it when she wants to, not when nobody tells her to. And a lot of our children are that way because our children haven't been taught boundaries, and they haven't been taught respect, or they don't understand the relationship between the teacher and the student. They don't understand. They just think the teacher's out picking on them, and it's so unfair to the children because we haven't been able to break through that and say, no, they're here to help you. They really are trying to help you.
Yeah.
And if one teacher has a bad day, then they just write off all teachers. And our families need a lot of compassion.
Yeah, they do.
What would you say, Catherine, to a mother that's watching this show and she's got 5 children and she's struggling and the children's daddy is not helpful? What would you say? Give her some advice because you know what you're talking about. Give us some advice to that mother. We got 5 minutes to go. One
of the things we would like to say to her is for her to come to us. And she can reach us if she would like to come now at 678-1033. That's the number to the Neighborhood Compassion Center.
Say that again. Go get your pencil and we'll come over this again.
Okay.
Make sure we cover this
All right.
again. Okay, go ahead.
678-1033 is the number to the Neighborhood Compassion Center. We're now located at 615 Main Street. That's our temporary site until we get our building built.
You have a sign out?
No, it's a office of suites there. We're in Suite B4.
Suite B4.
Yes, at 615 Main Street. It's called Center 615. And they can come to us, and what we will do is our best. The big piece of what Linda was talking about in partnering with all of these different organizations that are already established as 501c3s, number one is not to reinvent the wheel, but the second piece is to try and have all of these services under one roof. So that when a person comes in, absolutely, they can find all that they need in one place and not have to go to different places and get into different systems in order to receive assistance. So I want her to understand and know that this is the reason we're setting up this center. We want to help everyone in our community, and we want to be able to understand what her issues and concerns are and try to help her work through those.
See, so many mothers, you get a document from school or something and you don't read well because you didn't do well in school, welcome to my world, and you read the first line, and they always start these things off on the first line, you know, you've been denied, and they just quit. And you're going down because you didn't sign the form, you know, and you'll be able to help people. If you've got a document from school you don't understand, they can come to you.
Absolutely.
And you'll help them. So
yes, we will.
You'll be their friend.
Yes, we will.
And our folks have struggles with documents. And it's just, it's complicated. Now, Linda, we ain't got 3 minutes to go. What have I not asked that I should have asked? Because make me look like a good host.
We are currently conducting our program in the basement of local area churches. We have 26 churches who are partnering with us in the community within a walking radius of the corner of Douglas and Lichey. And
church on every corner in Nashville, isn't it? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And anyway, we had a successful summer program for both adults and children because adults are interested in learning some of these skills as well. And we're really excited about the future partnership. The project manager we have on board is the same lady who built the Skirmerhorn Symphony Center. And we have some wonderful corporate partners, and we're just really excited about everything going forward.
And if somebody wants to come and be involved, they just need to get in touch with you at 678-1033.
Yes.
That's it.
And you invite people to come in.
Yes, yes we do.
You need a lot of people. You not only need people to serve, but you need people who are willing to serve.
That's correct.
You need a lot of volunteers.
Yes, many. Through donations as well as time.
Catherine, you got any question, anything you want to say? We've got 2 minutes.
No, I just really appreciate your allowing us this opportunity to come onto your show.
Oh, you can come back.
We'd be glad to do that. And we just
want
want
hut built over here.
Absolutely.
No, it's a bungalow, isn't it?
And we just want everyone to know that we're now starting to assist everyone in the community, and we invite them to please come to us for their assistance and help needs.
And if you like playing golf, give us a call
Oh,
because we're going to
yes.
have a little golf tournament going on. Our operating expense is going to be so incredibly low, we can run this entire center off the proceeds of one golf tournament a year.
That's great.
Yeah.
You're doing that because it's a small center and a lot of volunteers.
Yes.
Yeah, and the other agencies coming in and providing the services. So our overhead will be incredibly low, plus our building will be paid for when we finish.
That is great. All right, when you get through that one, I want you to come over and do mine. And we've got 1 minute to go. Well, I'm going to look forward to working with you in the community in the greater Nashville area.
Yes, same here.
And partnering with you and doing things for our children. Because I remember when y'all first came and you said, we're going to develop this and you're going to be fairly close to where we're going to be. We hope. And I said, more the merrier. Because a lot of people are hurting.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're not in competition. We're working together to make our city a better place.
That's correct.
Because there's so many people hurting and so many children hungry. I hope you will take some of this information you've gotten and apply it into your family. I want to thank y'all for coming by.
Thank you.
Linda, appreciate
Thank
you.
you, Lon.
Appreciate your support. Good to meet you and work with you. And we're going to have better days ahead. Mama, take care of your babies. And if you got daddy there with you, take care of him. And stop fussing about the kids' daddy in front of the kids. Just love your children. Teach your children to love. And teach your children to love each other. And you love your kids by example. Thanks for tuning in. God bless. Have a great day.
Troublesome times are here, feeling in touch with fear. Freedom we all hold dear, now is at stake. Humble your hearts to God, save from the chastening rod. Seek the way pilgrims trod, Christians away. My Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon. Many will meet their doom. Trumpets will sound, and all of the dead shall rise. Righteous me in the skies. I'm going where no one dies, heavenward bound. Well, troubles will soon be o'er, happy forevermore. When we meet on that shore, free from all care, rising up in the skies, telling this world goodbye.